and welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV. I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant, and I'm going to be your host for a short while with Indigo's Oracle. So let me know where you're tuning in from and say hello, because I'd love to see who's here, and we love to greet our friends that come on in, and know that everyone is welcome here from all walks of life. All we ask is mutual respect, which I feel we always get, so we don't really even need to mention that. Saying that, please understand that everything on here that I'm saying is something you need to take away with your own personal responsibility. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel here, SPTV or Spiritual Psychics TV. Ask for notifications when we're live. I believe there's shows most days. I'm here most Mondays, 3:45. Next week is my last show before Christmas, and I'll be back a couple of weeks into the new year. So I hope you do enjoy our event today. And just to say, like, the energy is quite heavy at the moment. And Mr. Producer said that my painting behind me that I did a long time ago, I've managed to put lightning bolts coming into my head, which is quite funny because I've been feeling like this pressure and this intense feeling. So I just want to say, when you feel like that, it's really a time for a bit more self-care. I've actually got myself a little vitamin C tablet going on. So, you know that it's just a nod that you just need to take a step back and maybe, look at your well-being and check in everything's okay. Don't forget to tick the or click the bell icon to switch on your notifications. There's a note on the screen there for you. So those of I was going to say, I'm not seeing any comments. It's not showing me a thing. Nope, no comments. So we just got gremlins in the works at the moment, folks, so I'll just keep talking. You know what it is historically, this is the time of year when people used to bunk down. This is the time of year when people used to pull all their food in, put all their cattle in the right place, and just bunk down and huddle up and try and keep warm and survive the winter. And I really believe that our ancestral DNA or our pathway from our ancestors holds this energy. And for some of us, it really is a time to bunk down. And this is part of the reason I have a break in December, as my energy is lower than usual. Now I've got an SPTV logo in front of me. I've got, oh, hang on, something's happening. It's all very exciting here. I don't know what's going on. Become a patron, visit patreon.com/spiritual productions TV. So I've still got a blue line at the bottom of the screen, Mr. Producer. It's no black ones. Well, maybe it doesn't want to cover my colours, who knows? But it doesn't matter, we can work around this because that's what people do. You work around things that don't go the way that you plan them or the way that you design them. So, Mr. Producer, if you can just give me some names, I'll say hello to some people who are watching. Please do consider inviting your friends. I'm not saying the magic S word because it causes a lot of trouble, especially on Facebook. Thank you very much. Hi to Sue. Thank you for being here, darling. Jessica, good afternoon. Hi, Kelly. Lovely to have you here. Hi, Mary. Hello, Lisa. Good afternoon to you. Oh, it's pretty chilly where I am. I've got a hoodie on and 2 pairs of socks, and I've been sat in like a yak's wool scarf all afternoon. So it's very cold here, very cold. Oh, well, I'd rather be with your 30 degrees. Maybe not you, New York. That's a bit busy for me, but I'm sure it's wonderful if you've grown up there. I find London a bit too much. Who's that, sorry? Hi, Christine Davies. Nice to see you here. Thank you for being here. And just if you'd like to follow Spiritual Psychics on Instagram, you can at Spiritual Psychics TV. You can follow me at Indigo's Oracle. Hello, Jessica. Oh, I love that smile. It always makes me just feel really happy. And Jessica had a lovely reading last week, which included working with gratitude. And I really feel that she stepped up her own personal power with that. Hello, Janine. I've got your messages coming through loud and clear now, or very vibrant, whatever you want to call it. Hi, Deb. Lovely to have you here. I don't believe I've met you before. And Trisha, lovely to have you here. So Alison, oh, thank you so much. And thank you for your message yesterday. It didn't matter. Thank you very much. Dominica, knock, knock from Wolfie, my assistant service animal. Oh, I love that dog. Beautiful. Hello, Maxine. I know a place called Podmore Roundabout. I know that's no help, but I just so say it. Christine Eyes, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I wanted to open today with a little share of a little bit of magic. Now let's see if we can get it in the camera. I'm going to just play you a little Christmas tune to get you in the mood, folks. So as I put down my snow globe, I've got a thing for snow globes. Now I've got a black screen with Indigo Starssed for more information. There you go. So as I'm putting down my snow globe, I'd like the viewers to guess what I'm going to read today. So it's definitely connected with something around that situation. But I'd like the viewers to guess and have a go. See whether you can link into my energy. See whether you can feel the fun that's within me. Oh, Nat King Cole's gorgeous, isn't it? Gorgeous music. So healing. So healing. Really beautiful. Brings back memories of childhood memories. Lovely. Hi, Indigo and Richard and all. It's lovely to have you here, Eileen. So if you can guess, I know it's a bit frivolous, but I had this time in life when I went, I'm an actual adult and I could buy myself a snow globe because I never had one as a child. I've now got 3. Four. I don't need 4. Hi, Lynn. Lovely to see you here. So give me a little guess. I'm just going to have a little sip. Give me a little guess of what you think I'm going to read today. Da, 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 da. And next week will be a super fun reading session, so do join me for that one. His voice is like butter. It's very healing. It's very healing indeed. But I do feel that it's not Christmas cards. Good try, Mary, because I thought about that one, but I haven't got enough. Maybe after Christmas, that would be Christmas cards might be an idea. That's a great idea. I like that. You might be fed up with seeing them by then, though, so maybe we'll go for something else. Anyone else got any guesses on what I'm going to read today, folks? It's not nativity. I don't have a nativity. Not a book, but I love your sense of humour. And I have done bibliomancy here, which is reading with a book. Thank you. It's not cocoa or tea. It's not snowflakes, but you are almost there, Lisa. Hi, Siobhan. I do love that green on you. Wear it more often. Hi, Stacey. So I'm going to have a couple more. It was my first job the day Nat King Cole passed away. You remember these things, don't you? Remember these moments? Yes. You can ask questions I don't know and I'll answer them, darling, because I work in an oracle. Yeah, I was going to say I answer in an oracle fashion, so it might be what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. Christmas carols. It's not Christmas carols, but you are quite close there. Snow. I'm not reading snow. I don't like snow very much. Is that controversial? I don't have a snowman. I don't have a snowman. I don't have snow globes to read, even though I suppose you could read it like a crystal ball. Mine's looking a bit murky though, so if anyone's got any ideas how to de-murk your snow globe, that would be great. Santa's naughty list. Well, I'm definitely on that one, so don't worry about that. I love your sense of humour. It's so important to have a laugh, isn't it? It's not Christmas calendars. Good choice, though. I've got a lovely calendar. Maybe I'll do that another day. Not the history of Christmas. I don't know what your sign says, but it looks really intriguing. It's not Xmas paper. It's in here. It's not Christmas songs. Christmas songs are, yeah, it's a good way of working. I love working with songs because they bring so much emotion, and even being inspired to play my little musical box would have been for someone. I'm not on the naughty list this year for a change. Well, good on you, Alison. We don't want you on that naughty list. Okay. So, naughty list with my white wolf. I walked, I think it was, must have been 2 years ago now. My husband gave me a gift of walking a hybrid wolf, taking it for a walk. It was amazing. Very similar looking dog to yours, but a little bit bigger. It's not my snow globe. Do you have coal in the bag? No, I don't have coal. I don't. Yeah, pressurized coal becomes diamonds. Baubles. Aha! We have a winner. We have a Stacey winner. We have a Stacey winner. So it's actually Christmas decorations off my tree. My husband actually looked at me and went, "What are you doing?" But yes, it's Christmas decorations. Well done, Stacey. You tuned in very, very well. And Stacey's been flexing her psychic muscle a lot lately. So I really feel there's something really amazingly magical going on with Stacey at the moment. So I'm bringing out this bauble for you, Stacey. I'm hoping you can see it okay. It's got this lovely blue ribbon. Let's see if we can possibly zoom in. I don't know whether it's going to work in the colours. So, lovely. So Stacey, this is one of Little Starseed's baubles. So I know that there's a connection at the moment, Stacey, to fulfilling your inner child. I know fairly recently, I believe I've said to you a couple of times about needing some rest. And just know that when you go down the path of working with spirit and spiritual energy, it can be so exhilarating because it's like you suddenly find yourself, you suddenly find your voice, you suddenly find out that everything that people have told you, or nuts or it's your imagination was never necessarily your imagination. Now, in some cases it could have been, because we were all children that believed in unicorns and fairies, and whether unicorns and fairies exist, that's your personal connection and opinion. But what I want to say is the magic of Christmas is really important to you, Stacey. I want to see you sitting down with handicrafts or creating something. And I do see you making biscuits. I also see you making things to decorate the house. So I know that this is something you'd really enjoy. There's a little boy around, and I don't know whether this boy is your boy, Stacey, because I feel it's someone else's boy, but you're an honorary auntie, because this was from one of Hermione's honorary aunties. And I just want to say that, you know, it's sad that you can't be around all the children, but you can still experience the magic. You can still send them the magic. So you're a very creative person, Stacey, and sometimes I feel that you don't believe that you are. You kind of believe that, oh, you might look at my artwork behind me and think, oh, Indigo, you know, so creative, look what she can do. But you are, it is this year, okay. You are as creative as myself and other artists, because the thing is, when you actually express what's in your heart, then it comes out and then it shines and it glows and people enjoy it. What I want to say to you, Stacey, is there's been something in your back of your mind about writing children's stories, and I really want to encourage you to do this. But the first thing I'd like you to do is write a poem or a story for the children or the child that you're not going to see at Christmas. It's like a little bit of Stacey being sent to them. Now, children are really evoked with their, I don't know if that's the right word, but their emotions are very forefront with words. So they will feel what you're writing. So I want to say this to you, very much so, okay? Now, I know there's been a little bit of worrying, Stacey, and I just want to say that there is a bit of gentleness needed, because there's been a bit of uncomfortableness in your legs as well. So they're just saying to you, just look after yourself, okay? Because sometimes you do so much for others, and in that situation, you sometimes push yourself through the boundaries of pain. I've got to say that because that's what they're saying to me. But I do feel that it's about being frivolous. It's about watching Christmas movies. It's about having the odd treat. There's definitely someone in spirit that would like to make funny noises at you like a reindeer, because for some reason they're doing it to me. So I don't know whether it's like braying like a horse or a donkey or something like that. But that's really there. Oh, wow, I've tried a children's book, didn't get far, but yes, I will try. Okay, so what I want to do is take away the word try from your vocabulary, Stacey. If you say I will, then you're literally creating a spell, because spells are willing. So, you know, when we say when you wish upon a star, it's because you're setting your intentions, but you're setting your intentions with the belief that that star is going to bring what you want. Whereas actually it's your will to set that intention. So if you take away try, you will be able to. Now, I know there's something about illustrations that you find a bit tricky, but I would suggest either get your child to help you with the illustrations, because one of my favourite children's books is illustrated by the person's child. It's brilliant. In fact, what he did was he got his child's drawings and put them together and made a story. So Mr. Amazing, if you don't know him, it's my favourite books. I've got the whole catalogue. I don't think you can get it anymore. Hugely precious about those books. But brilliant, brilliant stories. And they've all got morals. And I think that's what it's about. Not sure about the brain. Hold it in your mind, because it's someone who would do it for you. It's like some kind of private joke, but just hold it in your mind. Something about the reindeer. I don't know. I can't really understand. What I want to say, though, is with the children's book, it's also about there's something about connecting with your child, because this is what Mr. Amazing did as well. And this is what I do with little Starseed when she comes and sings on my show. It brings her into my world. And I think when we can go into this spiritual path, it can be quite lonely. We can kind of isolate ourselves from our family, and it's important to invite them in. And it was only last year that I invited my husband to come with me to the Druids, to the Stone Circle, and celebrate winter solstice. I never thought he wanted to come, but then it was the right time that someone said to me, have you thought about inviting him? And I did, and it was the right time. So just know that we can cut people out, and it's about bringing them back in, and it's about working together as a family. I feel this is really important. The stories that you're bringing in will have morals, they'll have underlining messages, and I feel that's kind of what we do as psychics anyway. But I just want to say that your communication with spirit is getting stronger and stronger. I keep saying this so many times to so many psychics recently. Never ever judge yourself against another person. We're all different colours, we're all different shapes, and we have different ways of working, and we have different trainings, different experiences. So just know that it's really, really important. But I want to say thank you to you, Stacey, because there's especially a young lady you've been supporting with your work, and she's just so grateful. I know she's told you she's grateful, but Spirit are grateful that you've helped her, because you've taken her out of a very dark space. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you very much, Stacey. I hope that made sense. And here we go. This is your bauble. Thank you for guessing. Well done, you. Well done. Okay. So let's see who we got going on next. Remind me, Stacey, and I'll send you some pictures from that book, and you can see what I'm talking of. Hello, Michelle Rodenite. Lovely to have you here. So I'm just going to let a few people comment and put some messages up. Do you know, Heidi, hiya. One of my favourite things in life is seeing people develop themselves. It's about growing into yourselves. And what we've got to remember is when we're children and when we go through school, we're steered down a certain route. So sometimes you have to strip away that route and feel into your own religion, feel into your own beliefs, feel into your own understandings. Oh, bless you. Thank you. No thanks needed. If it helps someone in a better place to be, then that will do for me. And that's absolutely it, Stacey. I was talking to someone the other day because they were saying they don't feel much gratitude for the work they do. And the thing is, you've got to remember that not everyone will thank you, because it just doesn't happen like that. But what you have to realize is that you're a ripple in the ocean. And if you're doing a broadcast, it might be 10 years on, someone sees this and they go, oh my gosh, I can read with baubles. You know, it doesn't matter, because it's not about me, it's about the message within. Thank you, my sweet, and good job, little Starseed. Love that bauble. Yeah, she got given that. It's very, very special for her. Okay, so I'd like to work with the next person. So Suru, here we go. Suru. We got a blue-nosed bear. This is one of my favourite decorations. Isn't he gorgeous? He's so gorgeous, I almost brought another one, forgetting I had him on the tree. So what I want to say, Sue, is there's something going on with you at the moment where you're kind of thinking, I haven't got enough, or I haven't got enough of something. And the spirit will just wants to say, Sue, use what you've got, love. Use what you've got. If you don't like what you've got, repurpose it. This could always be a little tiny teddy bear that's just got a little red hat sewn on, possibly even some cotton wool around his head, okay? But he's a blue-nosed bear, and he connects me to my grandmother. He connects me to my grandmother. Before she passed away, I used to give her these for her birthdays and Christmases, because there wasn't anything else you could give her. She was in that place of life where nothing had any use. So I just gave her these little teddies. And I once gave her this little teddy like this. In fact, I must get the collection at some point because I love them. And it had like a get well soon, and it had a little patch on it. So she's bringing in this energy with her, because my grandmother does work with me. And And she just wants to say, Sue, get well soon, because there's something going on with you. You're feeling a little bit rotten. And she wants to say, get well soon through the bear. Now, me to you is on the foot. And I feel that there's a situation, Sue, there's a situation where at the moment you're feeling a little bit lonely. You're feeling a bit like it is just me. All there is me. Well, I'm here to tell you, Sue, that we are a universe, okay? We are a universe as in our own beings. Being is a universe, which means one song, actually. But we are all connected. It's the human self that disconnects. So if you feel disconnected from people, it's because you've made that choice. It's not because it's real, okay? Now, at any time, I can shut down my computer. I can hide away in my bedroom and not talk to anyone. But I know for my spiritual self, I need to talk to people. And I talk to people all around the world all the time. And some of them are a bit arrogant. And some of them are very pleasant and very funny. But they make the world go round because we are all connected. And this is very, very important. But I just want to say to you, Sue, I want to say to you, get yourself a little teddy if you don't have one. Maybe dress him up in some Father Christmas clothes or some Christmas things. But I want you to repurpose what you've got. I want you to have a look at what you've got and see what you can remake. Maybe there's some beads, some bits that you can make yourself a nice wreath for the door or a candle stand. Fake flowers are fantastic. If anyone's got any fake flowers, you can use the little green oasis and you just stick your flake flowers and your baubles on bits of wire and your beads on bits of wire and you just stick them all over. Little Starseed made candle holders. No, sorry, not candle holders. They were table centerpieces for all her grandparents one year, just sticking them into this oasis. So if she could do it at the age of 6 or 7, you can do it if you chose to. But I just want to say it's all there, Sue. Walk out to the local park, get yourself some ivy, get yourself some leaves, get yourself some acorns, your fir cones. You might need to get a little bit of wire, but it doesn't cost much. Or ask your friends and family. And I really can't stress this far enough because quite often we feel like we can't afford something or we can't do something. And we need to just reach out because it might well be that your friend down the road has some wire they found in a garage or in a shed that they're about to throw in the tip. It might well be that you have some cable that you can strip. Do you all know that copper wire is in cable? You can strip the wire so easy and you can make jewelry, you can make decorations. It is all there, my darling, all there. But I just want to give you a little teddy bear because I feel that there's a teddy bear you would have as a child. And this teddy bear was very worn down one side of its face because you used to snuggle so nicely into it. And I just want to give you the energy of that teddy bear and maybe give you the allowance of, even though you're a grown woman, if you chose to have that comfort, it's okay. When I had my operation last year, I had a Care Bear. I took a Care Bear with me to hospital. I was terrified. And I cuddled up in my Care Bear in bed. And I just didn't care because it was about my healing, my soothing, me feeling that everything was going to be okay. And I feel that's what's really important right now for you, Sue. The only thing I feel other than this that I want to tell you is the blue nose is coming apparent here. And it's just saying, make sure you're wrapping up warm, Sue, because you do catch a cold quite easily. And especially they're saying the back of your neck and your chest needs to be covered. So if you don't have a nice lightweight scarf, because I know you don't like things too heavy on your body, do get something nice and lightweight or a snood just to cover that part of your body and keep you all well. Lots of love there, Sue. And, you know, all of us are going to be available over the Christmas time. Like I said, I will shut my books, but I'm not shutting my friendships, okay? All right, lots of love there. Thank you. If we go through the comments. So I hope everyone's enjoying my Christmas tree decoration readings. I ought to record me trying to fit them back where they came from. It's going to be an interesting journey. Interesting journey. Hi, Kim. Oh, I love your little smiley face. Thank you so much. Hi, Lauren. It's a nice photo. You look very in your power, darling. Hello, Cheryl. They're lovely. I used to buy them for my granddaughter. I think I'm going to get myself a selection. They're not cheap now, though. They used to be about £4. I think they're about £7 now. I'm very well, thank you, Madison. I'm very well. I'm winding down in energy now, but I'm very well. Very well indeed. Thank you for asking. Hi, Janine. Thank you, Indigo. I will do all you have to. I will do all you have said. Very kind of you. That's okay, darling. And if you want any hints and tips, just send me a little message. Send me a little message. Whatever gives you comfort. Absolutely, absolutely. My husband found me a purple bear in a drawer in his work. Oh, what's on my jumper? Stag. It's a Christmas jumper. I've got a whole load of Christmas clothes that I wear for 4 weeks and then they go away for another year. Hello, Mel. Can I work with Mel B? I don't know if you're from the Spice Girls, but it would be rather cool if you were. Is it Mel B? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Hey, lovely to see you here. If you are from the Spice Girls, I was going to say, if you are from the Spice Girls, you're welcome. If you're not, you're welcome. My favourite spice is cinnamon, so I'm just being playful. I love the fact, I don't know if Mel B knows me at all, but the star that she's put up on her little emoji picture is what I call my starseed star. So that's what's really drawn my attention, and this lovely Blu-ray. So I feel that we've got fairly similar energy, Mel, so watch this space. So I've got this little dude that's come up. Now, this little dude is really special because this little dude's one of the last things. He's looking a bit tired now, but I'll give him a bit of a clean up, I think. But it's one of the last things that my other granny made for me. And as I'm saying it, I'm getting a bit choked up. I suppose you do when you have these emotional connections. But I want to say to you that you have some beautiful, beautiful things from beautiful people, Mel. It's there. Can you see it? Okay. Hello, Mel. Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? He's lovely. But I want to say to you that there's definitely a grandmother that wants to work with you, Mel, because you're healing. I don't know whether you work with the violet flame, but if you don't, you can, because you have this Blu-ray energy and your healing energy is so, so strong. Okay. Oh, look at that. Love it. But I want to say the grandmother wants to work with you. You have something old of hers. And if you want to connect with her, because I feel you really miss this lady, you can just sit in a quiet space, clear your mind, light a candle and just hold that object and just ask her to come close. What you receive in your mind is not your mind. It's what she's messaging to me. Okay. I'm definitely healing right now. Okay. So when I say healing, I know you're healing yourself because you're saying this, and even in the background of my picture, in fact, this is the root chakra that's behind me as an image. And I feel that you're healing from a relationship is something that's very important. But I feel you can emit healing. So one of the things that can happen in life is part of our journey and part of our, I don't like the word suffering, but discomfort. Part of our discomfort is building us to support others. So the discomfort and the loss you feel at the moment is all part of your journey, Mel, to move on and forward to a place where you can help people going through the same thing. Okay. So what I would like to do is I'd like to bring you the idea of researching traditional methods of healing. I know I was joking about spices, but spirit will never give me information that has no meaning or no relevance. So I really feel herbalism and working with foods and working with balances of foods to heal the body is something that's really apparent with you. I want to bring in traditional values with you, Mel. I feel that you're someone who holds friendship very dear. And there is a friend around you that's really wanting to support you, but you don't want to burden them. So I would just say, if they open that conversation, please allow that to unravel. Please allow it to continue. This person wants to support you in what you're going through, okay? I am hearing that things will get better. I'm hearing things will get better. Christmas is going to be difficult because you are believing that you're going to do something different to what you're doing now. But know that next year will change. Something is brilliant. Something brilliant is coming into your life, coming into the summer. But right now it's a dormant time. It's a time of self-reflection. It's a time of working on your own energy, sitting in your own power, and really rebuilding yourself so you have that strength in the summer for what's coming forward for you. But no, you're not going to be on your own. You're not going to be without people of loyalty. And, you know, this healing journey isn't a long journey. It's just something that needs to happen right now. I also want to encourage you, Mel, to go through some of your things and have a good clear out. Put away things that are sentimental in a box and put them in the loft or put them somewhere out of the way, because you don't need as much out as you have, and it is causing you distress to see some of it, but it's also causing you difficulty in your living areas. So they'd like to relay that to you. So I'd like to say Merry Christmas, Melby. Thank you so much for working with me, and know you've got this, darling. Okay, thank you very much for working with me. Lovely. Oh, brings a lump to my throat. I love I love you can read anything. What a beautiful gift. Well, the point is, Kim, that I'm trying to encourage people to understand they can. So the only thing that gets in the way is the human condition or the human self. Hello, nature lover. Thank you for being here. Right. That's okay. Well, wearing hoodies with deers on. I can't remember where I got this from. It was a risk, but it's a good risk. It's quite nice. Thank you so much for the message. Oh, bless you, darling. Gratitude is a really beautiful healing things, and bright stars are made in dark clouds. Absolutely, absolutely. And I love the phrase also, if I can just go back to Mel B, I love the phrase of good friends are like stars, you don't always see them. You know, they're always there, but you don't always see them. And I've got friends that I hold so dear, and I haven't seen them for 2 years, 3 years, but I still hold them dear, because it's the people who kind of make that impression on your spiritual self, I suppose, rather than the human self. Absolutely. Thank you. I'd like to read for Kim, if that's okay. I thought that Kim would put a lovely little comment up. Yeah, Kim. So I've got a little owl for you, Kim. Got a little owl. Okay. This dude's so cute. He is so cute. He's made of bits of paper, maybe a bit. This is a bit of wood, and this is reminding me of quilling, Kim. So I don't know whether you've done quilling or whether it's something you fancy doing, paper quilling, where you fold the paper up, but I want to bring that to your mind right now. I feel that you are very resourceful, you are very crafty, and you're the kind of person who would look at this and think, oh, I could make that. And I want to encourage you too, because I feel that part of your own personal power, part of tapping in your own magic is your creativity. And when you start making things, you suddenly feel whole again. Now, I know this from my own personal experience in life. If I feel really low, it's because I haven't done any arts, because I haven't done anything that has created something. So it's like almost like we're magicians. When you're creative, it's like you've got something or you've got a collection of things and you put them together and you mix up your cauldron and out you come out of this wonderful magic, whether it's art, whether it's knitting, whether it's crochet, doesn't matter what it is, but it's that feeling of achievement that I want to bring to you. Well, Kim, have a little look at it, because they're bringing it in with this little owl, and I feel it's something you might enjoy. You like intricate things. You like doing things with your hands that are intricate. So the owl is bringing in wisdom. It's also bringing in ancestors. So there's something in the history of your family that you're not quite knowing about yet, Kim. And I feel it's a female. I feel it's a female a couple of generations back. And I feel that if you look into her history, you'll be quite surprised about what you can see. Going into next year, because I don't feel this is right now. I feel right now you've got so much on your plate. There's just, I don't know whether it's work or whether it's home, but it's like busy, 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 busy. And it's not even going to stop at Christmas. It doesn't stop till the new year. So I want to say to you, in the new year is a time, Kim, of thinking about starting something new. Maybe you've been thinking about sitting in a meditation circle, developing healing, developing spiritual awareness. But I really feel that 2021 is going to be the year for you for that. Now, 2020, as much as we've had a trying time, you know, not everyone's had a bad time, not everyone's had a good time. We've got to be subjective with this, because we can't assume everyone lives in the same mind and experience of ourselves. But 2020, so many people have actually stepped out of the jobs, whether they've done it because out of choice or whether they've done it because the universe has put it that way. And they've stepped into the power of themselves. They've stepped into what they want to do. Okay. So stepping up will be 2021 also, sweetheart. So 2020 has been a beginning of that process. So many people have said, oh, I've dyed my hair this color, or I'm wearing this kind of clothes, or I'm working from home, so I've grown a beard. You know, it's just people really stepping into themselves. Lots of people are starting new businesses. They diverted their businesses. People who are fed up with their jobs have left and found something new. 2021 is going to be a development from that. So from this energy of people realizing actually what I want to do, there's going to be more development of people working on themselves, working on their own development other than their role in a workplace. Very easy to become furniture. And this is for anyone who's watching. It's very easy to become on a conveyor belt and just keep that job because it brings you the money every month, and just keep that job because it's safe and sound. But actually, it doesn't give you that much fulfillment. So you can keep the job, but on the side, do something you love. Have a hobby. Do something you're developing. So you're saying you stepped out of a job. Thank you, darling. So they're just saying, because that makes sense to you, they're just saying that reassurance that you did the right thing. Because sometimes you think, oh, should I or shan't I? But I really feel that you did the right thing. You're following your guidance. Now, I remember very vividly, I used to be a manager of a shop in Bath, and the conditions were really bad. I won't say the name because I don't want to be slanderous. And my beloved auntie had passed away just before, and my parents had said she'd left you this money. And I spoke to my parents and I said, I've just resigned. And my parents were like, you haven't, my dad would be normally, or my dad was, but you haven't got a job. And I said, yeah, I know I haven't got a job, but I needed my sanity. And I've been depressed before. And I know exactly when that energy is coming in. I know when that grayness is coming into my mind. And so I spoke to my mum and I said, I've got this money until, you know, I'll do what I have to do. If I have to get 3 jobs to make up the money, if I have to get 4 jobs. I will do what I need to do, but I need to get out. And I feel this is very much around you, Kim. So they're just reassuring you that it's a good thing. You do need a job, but what you need to do, Kim, is you need to ask your ancestors and angels to support you with finding the perfect job. Okay, so it's requesting the right thing. It may be that you need an interim of a job that's just a make-do job, but something that's not quite so involved, something that doesn't take up so much of your family and home life. This is what I want to bring to you, okay? Because I do feel that there's something within your own childhood that your mother or your father was very busy at work, and this is something you keep reminding yourself that you don't want to be in this position in your own life, okay? But know that it's coming, darling. Know that it's coming. But it's about keeping an eye out, because the owl is about focus. It's about keeping your eyes sharp. When I had this situation that I was just telling you about, around about a month before or 2 weeks before, oh, you're a nanny. You can find another role. You can find another role. Nanny's a lovely job, but I do know some au pairs that have had to leave. So I know some of the conditions in those roles as well. But what I want to say is 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before I resigned, I took a photograph with my phone of an advert. So there is something. I know you're in care, Kim, and I know I'm glad you're out of it. But we won't go into that because I don't want to express that here, because I'm from a care background as well. So and I know it sucks away your family life and your free time, and yes, anyway, I know that, so don't worry about that. Let's move away from that energy, because it's actually quite uncomfortable for me to be in that energy. But let's move forward. Let's go where you were meant to go in the first place. It's about connections. And what I was going to say is I took a photograph of an advert. So there's something you have on your phone, Kim, that has an advert already or has a contact already. Go through your phone and see what you've been taking photos of, okay? May even be a location. This advert that was up, I applied for the job. It was to be a deputy manager, and I was a manager in the previous role. And I went for the interview, and I had trust in the universe, because I was on my spiritual journey, but I had the complete belief that I wasn't going to get the same amount of money, and I was so ready to take a pay cut. Went through the interview, actually hugged my interviewers at the end, which was mad. I've never done that before in my life, but obviously the energy was right. Waited for this phone call, and they said, we'd like to offer you the job, and they offered it to me at the same amount that I had as a manager in another job. So understand, sometimes following our path might seem a bit precarious and following our own intuition, but there are reasons and there are breadcrumbs, and there is already an opening there for you, Kim. Just check through. It's either screenshots, might even be your Facebook page. Just check through what's on your phone and let me know when you find it, because there is definitely an opening there for you. I do feel it's because you mentioned mum and dad. Oh, sorry. What do you mean by that, sweetheart? Because you mentioned mum and dad. Can you clarify, because I've lost where you were? Could you go back? That makes a lot of sense. Okay. If you can just clarify what you were saying about mum and dad, I've got lost there. I do apologise. Okay. Yeah. Just having a moment. Being in care. Okay. Okay. So I don't know whether you're in care or whether your mother was in care. My mother was a nurse, so I spent many Christmases without my mum, and it's something I'm very strong about, being here for my daughter. So, and being in care, even though I was in care, I always got Christmas Day off, so I was blessed. But yes, it's a tricky thing to be part of. But understand also the ripple in the ocean of what you've done, Kim, is you've done so much for so many people. but it's now your time, darling. And I think the thing with care, the nature of care, is you have people that don't have family and they're quite happy to put that responsibility into their world of these people they don't really know. And then there's people who just turn around, so that the younger ones come up and they do a couple of years and then it turns around. So this is just nature's way of turning the staff. So don't feel any level of guilt, because I know there's a lady that you wish you hadn't left, but she's doing fine, darling. Okay, just let you know that. All right, thank you very, very much. And yeah, okay, thank you for working with me. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you here. Nice to see you here. Hello, Shannon. Blessings. Are you all yakking away over there? I love it. I love the interaction. And I'm quite often part of it, so I stir it up too. Yeah, you enjoyed the trance. You'll have to tell me all about it, Elaine. Eileen. Why do I say that? I've known Eileen for so long and I keep calling her Elaine. Sorry, Eileen, darling. Sorry. I don't know why. Maybe someone used to do it to you, because it's happened too many times now. Oh, Heidi. Heidi, what are you doing? Oh, bless you. Unbelievable accuracy. Bless you. Thank you. You can go and tell the guy that's arguing with me on Facebook if you want. He's like, oh, don't be so silly. I said, you can watch all my videos. Hi, Jessica. Oh, he's not arguing. We're having a heated debate. I rather like a debate. Lovely to be here. First time here in the afternoon, normally at work. So I'll be with Maxine. I want to be with Maxine. Okay. All right, first of all, darling, I want to ask you to relax, because I feel that there's something going on with you, that you're feeling quite stressed and quite tensed in your shoulders. And I don't know whether it's a physical thing or it's a mental thing. Bear in mind, mental and physical are very intertwined. But the more you de-stress and the more you relax, the more life will become easier for you. So you can go on different channels on YouTube. You can find meditations. I think even SPTV's got some older meditations up on their channel that you can go through. Meditation, mindfulness, being gentle with yourself, walking in nature, being purposeful of what you're doing. So if you want to sit and do some mindful colouring, just doing something for you, but doing something to wind your energy down so you're not wound up, because I feel there's a lot of wound up at the moment. Okay, so we got one of my favourite decks. I'm going to say this probably with all of them, because I'm so sentimental with my decks, but this lovely bee, this gold bee, is I brought this at Ely Cathedral. So I don't know whether Ely's got any connection with you. I'm just mentioning that. And let me know, have you got a picture? Okay, because it's easier for me to see. So I do know that there's something going on at work, Maxine, where there's a lady who is acting as Queen Bee. And I do feel, I don't know whether it's a bullyish behaviour, but she sometimes feels a bit condescending to you. And I do feel that you're someone who would rather not have the hassle. So you don't want to stand up against someone, but you also don't want to be in an uncomfortable space where you're feeling like disrespected. Okay. I really feel that this is not coming just to you, Maxine. I feel that other members of staff or other people around you in the workplace are feeling this experience. And I want to say this, okay? Now, I've got a lady with me in spirit who'd love to do the embroidery. And she's showing me that she's sitting with a round frame and she's embroidering little flowers. Okay, and I feel this is something you should remember from your childhood, because I can see you as a child sitting at her feet. And I do see that there's a little wooden stool and it's got like a tapestry fabric on it that you should recognize. Do let me know, Maxine, if it's making sense to you. If it isn't, it's my memories and I need to just link back into that and let you know what's going on there. So you're absolutely a busy bee. But what I'm hearing in my head, or in my mind's eye, in my mind, psychic mind, whatever you want to call it, I'm hearing busy bee, but have time for me. So there's someone around you that's really craving your attention, someone around you that's craving some time with you. And I really want to reaffirm that whatever you're doing in world, definitely someone bossy at work, whatever you're doing in the world, you must have time to satisfy yourself. Otherwise, all we're doing is being worker bees. And we want to be, you know, we want to be the bee that's got the honey. We want to be the bee that's enjoying life. Yes, my nan did embroidery. Thank you for letting me know. Do you recognize the stool? It's like a little wooden stool, and it's got like, I don't know, it's tapestry, or it's that really rough fabric that's on top of it. And she would put her feet on it, or you would sit on it because it's at her feet. So let me know. That would be great. All right. So this lady in work, I feel that there's someone you can talk to about her behavior, and I feel that there's a point now where it needs to be addressed. This is not just you, this is other people as well. And when we say bossy, it's not like she's instructive, she's very controlling. She's very controlling, and she also really takes over. And sometimes she makes you feel so small. And I feel that you come home and you just feel like, oh my gosh, do I have to go to that again? And I don't want you to have that feeling. I want you to shift the energy, not necessarily knock her off her pedestal, because she is in a hierarchy position. But just make it understood that she can't talk to people in that way. She needs to communicate clearly and with politeness. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Kept her sewing kit in it. Oh, thank you for telling me that. I didn't see that, but thank you for telling me that. So within the center of this bee, there's this black stone. So it's showing to me that sometimes you can feel quite a lot of depression within. And what I would say is how we're feeling, lots of staffs complain about her. Okay, so we need to make some movement about this. So you may have to go further up, okay? But just have a little ponder how you can resolve this, because it can't continue. It's like she's okay for a while because she's been told to behave herself and then slips back into it. Really needs to be addressed by HR or someone higher, okay? In the past, I've had to go to the top person in employment, and it's just one of those things you might have to think about doing, but consider for yourself and all those employees how much better life will be if this is not resolved. I don't feel it'll ever be resolved. It's her personality, but at least pulled back and made very aware the boundaries, and the boundaries are important. But I want to take away this this sort of bleakness, this kind of hole that feels in your heart at the moment, Maxine, because it does feel like you're not feeling quite whole yourself. So have a feel into, are you doing this role because you need to, because you want to, or because it's something you choose to? And maybe you start thinking new year, maybe something new. Okay, I'm hearing new year, new career, but it's up to you. I'm not going to put that into your space. The silver lining is really important, Maxine, and I want you to try and embrace the idea of a silver lining, and embrace the idea that whatever happens in life, there's always something to be grateful for, feel blessed about. Okay, and even it's very difficult with bereavement, very, very difficult with bereavement, but there can be some ways. So it may be that your grandmother we were working with earlier, it may be that she got to a point where she was in a lot of discomfort, and her passing was the freedom of her moving on and you not seeing that discomfort anymore. So just bear that in mind, okay? But the silver linings are really, really important, okay? You're a lady who likes jewellery. I don't know whether you make jewellery, but if you don't, I would suggest it's something you would enjoy doing. I feel that you like putting things together. You like getting bits and bobs and putting them together. So I want to give you the energy of doing something for yourself. I want to give you the energy of making something for yourself. You do so much for others, you do so much and you give it away. And if someone said to you, oh, I really like that, you just give it away. You've got that lovely attitude. But don't give away so much, and don't give away so much of your personal power and energy that you have none left for yourself and your close ones to you. Okay, now I'm just seeing a black cat in spirit. I don't know whether it's got a little bit of white on its paw because I can't quite see clearly, but it's a nearly black, jet black cat that I'm seeing in spirit. And I've just seen it walk through. I don't know whether it would walk through. It's going through a living room, but I'm not sure whether it's the living room you're in the photo of. I think it's in a different living room, and it's got something of a green colour in it. I don't know whether it's the sofa or it's the walls. I can't quite tell. I can only see a snippet of it. But I just feel that I want to say to you that that this, you know, all your animals in spirit, all your family in spirit are always close to you to bring you comfort. And I know this cat would give you comfort, but I don't know whether you knew it when it was alive. I don't know whether it's a spirit friend you had as a child, because it's a really odd sensation I get with this cat, and I'm feeling quite shuddery and cold. So I don't know whether this is a real, lots of cats in spirit. Okay, so it was a cat you knew, but just know that they all come around you, okay? And they still come around when you open a crisp packet or you make that shake noise. So you'll feel their energy more when you're opening packets, because they were such they were such gutsy little creatures. They were so gutsy. I want to say that there is a missing link here, Maxine. There's someone you've lost touch with, and I really feel right now is a good way of reinstating connection. So I don't know if this is male or female. They're not telling me. They're just saying about writing a letter and just keeping in touch. So someone you haven't had communication with possibly for the whole last year, don't feel bad about it. Just send them a little message saying, I hope you're doing okay, Merry Christmas. It's a perfect time to send our best wishes, especially in difficult times. So, you know, if you know someone who's going through a very difficult phase, you can send them your love, but you're not being over fussy, because sometimes when people are going through a difficult time, someone, you know, contacting them with sympathy all the time isn't the most beneficial thing. So I want to say that this all makes sense to you, Maxine, and I want to leave you with your grandmother's love. She blows you a kiss, and I know she would do this when she was here. Very, very fond of you, and she's just amazed about the woman you've grown into. So never doubt yourself. Just know if things don't feel right, if you're not happy where you are, it's quite often a message from the spirit world or the universe, just that it's time to make a change. All right? Lots of love there, Maxine. Thank you for working with me. So can I introduce tonight's shows, if they're on, or tomorrow? So tonight we've got the lovely Matt and Kirsty Grogan, and that's 8 p.m. Absolutely amazing psychic mediums, lovely people, great sense of humour. Any question you have within reason, do ask them, and if they answer, they will give you a live oracle card or card reading. So just join in there at 8 o'clock on this channel, Spiritual Psychics TV. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the evening, we have the lovely Deb Clarks, and she's chatting with spirits. It's an evening with Deb's offering mediumship readings, very kind, caring medium, and no doubt she'll link to your family very kindly and just bring the spirit world a bit closer. And that's it tomorrow at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, even later, we have the lovely Rachel Galbraith, which is palmistry and tarot readings. Very interesting with the palmistry, because I didn't know a lot of the things that she's been talking about. So if you have any interest at all, do tune in. And it's tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m., which should be making it more available for our beloved spiritual friends across the pond. So that's again on Spiritual Psychics TV at 10:30 tomorrow evening. So we've just got breaking news, guys. I'm really sorry, but Deb Clark's can't make it tomorrow, so there will be no show of Chatting with Spirit with Deb Clark. But the other two shows are on, and we've literally had that just as a breaking comment. So sorry about that. I hope you're enjoying today's show. Do let me know what you think. Does it inspire you to work with all sorts of image objects yourself? Because that's what I want to do. And if any of you are interested, I am doing a drop-in course of an introduction to spiritual arts. So please do follow me on Indigo Creative Clairvoyant to find out different information. Thank you, Maxine. And I know you got this, darling. You got this, okay? Hey, Indigo. Hi, Vicky. Nice to see you here. Hello, Imperfect Shorty. Oh, you shouldn't call yourself that. You're practically perfect in every way. Cheryl Bendrick, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren. You got a similar pink to me. Kelly McKeating, bless you with your hearts. Thank you. Wow, Stacey, how quick time has gone. Great energy today. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? So all this root chakra energy, all this motherhood energy going on behind me. Thank you, Christine Marius. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lynn. I do love that smile, Lynn. Make sure you keep it on your face. Hello, Mary. Thank you very much for saying it's a lovely message. And lovely message, Maxine, from Alison as well. That's so sweet. Thank you very, very much. I'm interested. Could you put your address up, please? So, yeah. Or you can find me on Facebook if you just search at Indigo's Oracle. That's my tagline. So you can find me on Instagram and Facebook by that way as well. Enjoying it. Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. That's very nice of you. Elaine Mackey. I've done it again. All right, Eileen, I've got to give you a reading because I called you Elaine again. I called you Elaine again. Okay, yeah, we hope Deb's okay. Sorry, that was a bit insensitive of me. We'll just send Deb's all our love, yeah? I always love the name Elaine, Indigo, and I do get that sometimes. Or do you want to just change your name? It'll make my life easier. I changed my name within, I think it was 24 hours, didn't tell my husband or my parents. And I had to, like, it was a bit of a bomb. Mum, by the way, I've changed my name. What? It's okay, I kept the Amy bit. It's all legal. My husband woke up in the morning and went, by the way, darling, I've changed my name last night, but you can still call me Amy because you won't call me Indigo. But he met me as Amy, so that's the way life goes. So Eileen Macy, I've got this bauble. Now, I'm not sure whether you're going to see the beauty of this bauble. Maybe that's part of the message within, okay? Elaine. Elaine Page is coming to mind now. Suddenly going into all these musicals in my head. Okay, so this, believe it or not, this lovely little, I don't know whether you can see the sparkles. Hopefully you can see them a little bit. You can see the sparkles. So the ball itself is as light as a feather. Okay, so I feel, Eileen, there's something changed with you within the last couple of months. There's really something that's changed with you. Now, I don't know whether it's your own self-worth. Oh, that's interesting, because I didn't mean to say that. So it might be your self-worth. But I don't know whether it's your own self-work was what I meant to say, but we had a spiritual slip there. or it's you're sitting with spirit, or it's you're feeling the energy. But I just feel like there's a load off your shoulders. A lot of things you were really worried about and really concerned about become inconcidental, I think is the right word. Inconcidental. I think that's the right word. I do get lost in my words, Eileen, so maybe you have the same there. Okay. What I would say with words is if you get them wrong, just laugh at yourself and then you get away with it. It's only when you like get in a fluster about it, people, you know, are damning about it, I suppose. But this lovely little ball is literally a polystyrene ball with a very odd foamy net with little bits of glitter, but it's so beautiful. And this is what I'm feeling, Eileen. I'm feeling that you're starting to see the beauty in the world. You're starting to see the beauty in people. You're starting to see and feel real magic, Eileen. Okay? So they're playing a song in my head. They're playing Daydream Believer by the Monkees. And they're just saying that there was a time when you really didn't know what to believe or who to believe or how to believe, or you hadn't experienced things. But in the last half of this year, the most amazing things have happened with you. The most amazing things have happened to you. Now, as we're linking with this light as a feather, if you haven't received feathers from Spirit, I know you're going to. Okay, I know there's a lady in Spirit that wants to send you her love, because she's dropping all these feathers down in front of my eyes and she's just saying that she's going to send them to you. So I don't know whether you've received them or whether they are coming, but know that. Maybe use that song as one of your mantras when you're feeling a bit low and you're feeling a bit like, oh, I don't know what's going on, because you get a bit muddled in your head. You get a bit like, you take on people's energy as in what they're talking about. For instance, I'm not going to go into politics, but just touching on it, the talk about vaccines, it's like 1 minute you had this thought, then you had that thought, then you had this thought. But you can actually take a step back and you can just process what people are saying. Look into the facts, fact check everything. Everything on social media is an element of propaganda. So fact check everything before you make your decisions. And I feel this is really important, especially about sharing, because there's something recently that you shared and you wish you hadn't. But don't worry about it. That happens in life. But I really want to say that you're not holding on to stuff. You're letting go of things. I don't know whether you're sitting in a circle and doing meditation or such like, but I just feel like you're letting go of things that used to really bother you and they used to weigh you down, Eileen. I know you're looking forward to Christmas. I feel you're one of these people who like snow. I can't understand quite why. And I feel that you have great memories throwing snowballs at a young boy. And this young boy would have yellow wellies on, because I'm seeing the yellow wellies very clearly. So this is something you really, really relish as a memory. And I want to say to you that whatever life takes from us, until we're at that part of life where unfortunately the memory does start going, or the memory does go to a point. People still, even with Alzheimer's and dementia, they still have some memories. They just don't have the memory capacity we have when we're younger. But no one can take those memories away from you. So I want to remind you that whatever goes in your life, whoever goes in your life, that thought and that memory of them being there is still there. I'm also seeing, Eileen, that you're going to start seeing orbs if you haven't seen them already, but not just through photographs. These are going to be with your real eyes, because you're starting to, it's almost like you've taken away a veil from your experience of the spiritual world, and it's starting to get a lot clearer. You're starting to see a lot clearer. So it's about trusting yourself. You know, I've said this many a time on the broadcast. You're sat in the circle and I love the snow. Well, you can have the snow because I don't love it. It's cold and horrible. Bah humbug. No, I like Christmas. I just don't, I don't dig snow. And I don't dig snow because I worked in care and I've seen so many people are so frightened of snow. So that's why I don't dig snow. I understand it's fun. But that's my element of it. But everyone has different sides of the coin. Everyone has different experiences. So what I want to say to you, Eileen, is that you're going to start seeing much clearer. Trust yourself, trust spirit. Then spirit will trust you. It has to be a two-way thing. I often reflect back to the figure of 8 movement. What's within is without, what's above is so below. And it's so, so true. Look at a tree. The canopy of a tree is the same below in its root system. Okay, this is something nature teaches us. Nature teaches us a lot it does. And even the other day I had, that's lovely to hear, and trust I really must. Takes a little bit of time, because especially when you've been hurt in life by people, or you've got a reason to distrust people, takes some time. But the key is trust. The key to all spiritual work is trust, especially mediumship, as that's where you're heading. The other day I took a photo. I was out with the boy I look after, and in the distance it looked like there was big mountains. You may have seen this, you may have not. It's on my page. And in the distance, oh, it's on my story actually, so I'll put it on my page because I don't think it's on there. In the distance were what looked like mountains, but it actually turned out to be a cloud formation. And I want to use this as an analogy. That sometimes when people don't trust, they might see that in the distance as the mountains that are totally in the way of getting to the other side. They might see it in the way of their journey going forward. But actually, if you were to take a deep breath and really look with your real eyes, and when I say that, I'm talking about your extra perception eyes, you will see that it's clouds, and you can make clouds disappear, but that's a story for another day. That's something my shaman teacher taught me. But know that things will change, the weather will change, the world will change, and going with the flow rather than fighting it is always, always the best option, Eileen. Eileen. So I said your name right at last. So I don't know. Maybe Elaine, is Elaine Page still with us? Or is she your spirit guide? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. She's so stuck in my mind right now. She does connect me to my grandmother, though. So may well be that that's the connection. Thank you, Eileen. Yes, trust. Thank you. I have to put it up because I think I put it on my story and it doesn't save it on the story. So I have to put it back up for you. But it's an interesting thing. Nature teaches us a lot. You know, our experiences in life teach us a lot. But if we can't trust ourselves, how can we trust anyone else? And if you don't trust yourselves, it says there's a lack of confidence, there's a lack of self-belief. How can you believe in anything or have any confidence to relay a message from anything or from anyone without trust? It's hugely, hugely important. Hello, Amelia. What a beautiful name, and what gorgeous eyes you have. You have very psychic eyes there, very cat-like. Beautiful. Yeah, I prefer Elaine. Thanks so much. That's all right, Eileen. That's okay. So, guys, I really hope you've enjoyed today's show. I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant, and I'm working for Spiritual Psychics TV. If you could consider becoming a patron, we'd be most grateful. All of the readers, all of the healers, all of the spiritual workers, crystal workers, all different types of walks of life, and counsellors, everyone works on here for the greater good, for not for profit and for people. So you can book private readings with us. You can private message me if you're interested. Myself, my books are shut from the 15th to the 11th, and I will be back next week at 3:45 here doing live readings. It'll be a Christmas special, and it's just going to be good fun. We're going to have a nice time. So just keep your minds open, keep your heart open, and if you can become a patron, that'd be amazing. It would really, really help us reach those around the world that just need that little bit more support. And remember, we're all on a different part of the circle of this journey. So we mustn't ever judge others, because there was a time when I thought that psychics and mediums were foolish and full of rubbish. So, you know, I don't judge others for it. It's just to do with your experience of life, and you only know what you've experienced. And you know, when we say we've experienced the most amazing things, you know, I sat in a mediumship circle and experienced a massive Indian chief joining the room. You know, it sounds barking, but I know I experienced that. But I can't give that to someone who hasn't experienced it. So we mustn't judge others, but please invite anyone you feel that would need, not need, but benefit from Spirit's guidance and a little bit of comfort. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here as always, and you people are what makes this spiritual connection so beautiful. You people are the people who keep Spiritual Psychics TV going. So thank you so much for being here. I'm Indigo Creative Clairvoyant. It's been an absolute pleasure. Never forget, it's not about the messenger. It's always about that message. Stay blessed. Stay well. See you next week. Bye.